When you're finished with your sock and you're ready to take your stitches off of your loom, that is called the bind off. To begin, you're going to want to lay your working yarn across your stitches. You're going to knit the first 2 pegs. Now you're going to take your newly formed stitch on the second peg and take it to the first peg, and then you're going to knit those 2 stitches. And then you're going to take that stitch off the first peg and move it back over to the second peg. And then you're going to pull with your working yarn just a little bit. And you can see you've bound off that first peg. And now we're going to do that again. We're going to work the second peg. And then we're going to take that newly formed stitch and put it on the new first peg. And then we're going to knit those stitches. And then again, we're going to take that loop on that first peg and move it to the second peg. Pull the working yarn. And then again, we're going to knit another stitch on the adjacent peg. Take that newly formed stitch and put it on the new first peg. We're going to work that stitch. And then take that new stitch and put it on the second peg. Now you've noticed we have 3 empty pegs. You have bound off 3 of your stitches. And then we're just going to continue this process, knitting 1, taking the stitch off, putting it on the newly formed first peg, and knit that stitch. Take that stitch off and bring it onto the second peg. And pull with your working yarn just slightly. And we're going to continue this process all the way around our pegs until we have 1 peg, the last peg, with 1 stitch left. Now you want to take your last loop off of the loom, and now your sock is completely free of the loom. Take it out. Now you want to knot this last loop with the end of the working yarn. So you take the end of the working yarn, bring it through the loop and knot it, and you have your little sock that's ready to be sewn together.